You know that feeling, right? One minute, you're doing something normal, scrolling online, cooking dinner, maybe just chilling. And the next, boom, just silence. Everything stops. Power's out. Your fridge goes quiet in that worrying way. The Wi-Fi light's just dark, and life suddenly feels very different. In those moments, having a really solid backup generator, well, it isn't just nice to have, it's kind of essential, right? It keeps the lights on, the food cold, keeps you connected. So today, we're going to cut straight to the chase for anyone thinking seriously about reliable backup power. We're putting two heavy-hitting portable generators head-to-head. We've got the Westinghouse WG Gen 2500DF, that's the dual-fuel one. And then there's the Generac GP9500E, which interestingly has tri-fuel capability. Our whole mission here with this deep dive is really to pull out the key info from our research. We want to help you, our listener, figure out which of these big 12,500-watt generators might be the perfect fit. You know, for your home backup, maybe a job site, or even serious RVing.
It's a great matchup, actually, because before we even get into what makes them different, we have to say both of these machines are seriously well built. They share this really strong foundation. Both are designed to deliver a lot of reliable power. We're talking generators built to handle heavy loads.
Right.
So yeah, they're both major players right from the start.
Absolutely. And that foundation, those shared strengths, they're pretty impressive. I mean, both of them deliver a massive 12,500 peak watts. That's huge for starting things up. And both give you a steady 9,500 running watts on gasoline. Enough for a lot of your home essentials. Plus, and this is a big one for convenience, they both have push-button electric start. No yanking cords in the dark.
Right. And what I find practical is, despite being pretty hefty, like 210, 220 pounds, they've thought about moving them.
Yeah.
Both come with never flat wheels and a good, solid handle. It shows they get it, you know. Yeah. Even a portable generator this size needs to actually be portable. You got to be able to wheel it where you need it.
Exactly. That real-world thinking is key. And inside, they've both got these big, heavy-duty engines, 4-stroke OHV. Westinghouse uses a 457cc, and Generac actually goes a bit bigger with a 500cc engine. These aren't lightweight motors. They're built for the long haul. And importantly, safety features are there too, like automatic low-oil shutdown on both. Protects the engine.
Yeah, these are definitely not entry-level generators. That baseline of shared features the power, the start, the engine protection. It really sets a high standard. But understanding that is crucial because it means we're comparing two really good options. The decision then kind of boils down to the details, the things that set them apart for your specific situation.
Okay, so if they're both powerful, both well-built, where do they really start to differ? I think the fuel options have got to be the biggest thing, wouldn't you say? That seems like the major fork in the road.
Oh, absolutely. That's the most significant difference right there. The Westinghouse, the WG9500DF, it's dual fuel. So gasoline or propane, LPG. And propane, you know, it's got advantages. It stores really well, much better than gasoline long-term, doesn't degrade. Plus, it burns cleaner, which is good for the engine. The one thing to remember, though, is you get a slight power dip with propane. It runs at 8,500 watts instead of 9,500.
Okay, so dual fuel is pretty versatile, a good balance for a lot of people. But then the Generac GP9500E comes in with this tri-fuel feature, gas, propane, and natural gas, and that natural gas option.
Wow. That's a potential game changer for home backup, right?
Yeah.
Especially for long outages. No more hunting for gas stations or lugging propane tanks. You just hook it up to your home's gas line.
Exactly. If you have natural gas service, you get a virtually unlimited fuel supply. That's incredibly convenient during a multi-day outage.
Yeah, I can see how appealing that would be. So big picture view. For a whole home backup, especially extended events, that Generac tri-fuel, particularly the natural gas hookup, it offers a level of convenience the dual fuel just can't match in that specific scenario. It tackles that fuel logistics headache head on. So yeah, for maximum fuel flexibility in a long outage, Generac has the edge there.
All right, fuel flexibility is a major point. What about other features? The tech side of things, this is where companies often try to stand out.
Right. And they both have some neat stuff, but they prioritize differently. Westinghouse has this VFT data center. It's a little display showing voltage, frequency, and lifetime hours. Really handy for checking performance and knowing when maintenance is due. And they also throw in a remote start key fob. Works up to, 260 feet away. You can start it from inside your house. Pretty convenient.
Okay, that's cool. But then Generac hits back with something focused squarely on safety. Their CoSense technology. This is an automatic carbon monoxide sensor and shutoff. We all know how dangerous CO is, especially from generators running near a house or garage. This system detects high levels and just shuts the generator down. That's not just a feature. That feels like a critical safety measure.
It really does. So this becomes a question of what you value more. Westinghouse gives you convenience and data remote start, performance monitoring. Generac prioritizes that advanced, potentially life-saving safety feature with cosense. So it's
Yeah,
kind of tied, depending on your personal priorities. Convenience and control, or that extra layer of safety.
makes sense. Okay, so you've got power, fuel options, smart features. What about actually plugging things in, the outlets?
Yeah, practical stuff. Both are well equipped here. The Westinghouse has two GFCI household outlets. Those are the safer ones for potentially damp conditions. It also has a 120V L1430R, which is what you typically need for a transfer switch hookup to your house, and a 12240V 1450R, which is great for RVs. Plus, all the outlets have rubber covers, keeps the dirt and moisture out.
And the Generac. Our info says it also has covered outlets, and it's definitely designed to be transfer switch ready too. So, sounds like you're pretty well covered for connections with either one, whether it's for home backup or running an RV.
Exactly. Both provide the essential outlets you'd expect for residential use, for RV use, and for integrating with a home transfer switch. So, on connectivity, I'd call this one pretty much a draw. Both are ready for action.
Okay, let's shift to endurance. How long can these things actually run? Runtime, fuel efficiency, that matters in a blackout.
It definitely does. And here we see an interesting difference. The Westinghouse has a 6.6-gallon gas tank, and it can run for up to 12 hours on that at a 50% load. The Generac, meanwhile, has a slightly bigger tank, 7.5 gallons, but its runtime at 50% load is listed as up to 9.5 hours.
Wait, so Westinghouse has a smaller tank but runs longer?
Yep.
Huh. What does that tell us? Better fuel efficiency, I guess.
That's exactly what it suggests. Potentially better fuel optimization in the Westinghouse engine or system design. For you, the user, that means, well, a couple of things. You're using less gas per hour, which saves money over time. And maybe more importantly, during an outage, fewer refueling trips, especially if it's dark or stormy out. So, yeah, based on those numbers, Westinghouse seems to have an edge in fuel efficiency and longer continuous runtime per tank of gas.
Good point. Now, investing in a big generator like this,
Yeah.
you want some backup, right? Warranty, customer support. How do they compare there?
This is another area where Westinghouse seems to stand out, actually. They offer a pretty clear 3-year limited warranty covering service, labor, and parts. That's really comprehensive for a portable generator. And they mention having a nationwide customer service network, too. Shows confidence.
Okay, 3 years, parts and labor. Pretty straightforward. And Generac.
The info we have says it comes with a manufacturer's warranty, but you might need to contact customer service to get the specific details. It's just less immediately transparent than Westinghouse's stated 3-year coverage.
Yeah, having to ask for the details isn't quite the same as having it clearly laid out.
Exactly. That clear, upfront 3-year warranty from Westinghouse just provides a bit more peace of mind right from the start. So, in terms of warranty clarity and stated coverage length, Westinghouse seems to have a definite advantage here.
All right, specs and warranties are one thing, but what about real-world use? What are actual customers saying? What's the word on the street for these two?
Looking at user feedback for the Westinghouse, reliability comes up a lot. People seem happy with how dependable it is. Ease of setup is another plus people mention, and that remote start, definitely a popular feature. Many also feel it's good value for the power you get. And interestingly, some folks commented it was quieter than they expected for such a big unit.
Quieter's always good. Okay, and the Generac, what's the feedback there?
Generally positive on ease of use and the power output for the price. Good value is mentioned there too. However, the feedback on reliability seems a bit more mixed. Some say it runs perfectly, others have reported some issues, particularly with starting sometimes. Noise levels also get more varied comments compared to the Westinghouse. It seems less consistent in user experiences on those fronts.
Mixed reliability reports. That's definitely something to consider.
Yeah, it's not universal negativity, but it's less consistently positive than the feedback on the Westinghouse's reliability, based on what we're seeing. So while Generac has those strong features like tri-fuel and cosense, the Westinghouse appears to edge it out in terms of consistently positive user feedback on reliability and maybe overall user experience right out of the box.
Okay, we've really taken these two apart. And honestly, it sounds like both the Westinghouse WGen 9500DF and the Generac GP9500E are seriously capable machines. Both can definitely power you through an outage. But as we've uncovered, the best choice really depends on your specific needs, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It boils down to priorities. So let's try to summarize that. You should probably lean towards the Westinghouse WG Jano 9500 DFF. Well, if you want great overall value, backed by that strong, clear 3-year warranty. Also, if that remote start convenience is a big deal for you, if you like having the detailed performance data from the VFT display, and crucially, if you're comfortable with gasoline or propane being your fuel choices, if that covers your needs, Westinghouse looks like a fantastic option.
Right. And then conversely, you'd choose the Generac GP9500EF. Number one, that tri-fuel capability, especially the natural gas hookup, is your top priority for potentially unlimited runtime. Also, if advanced safety, specifically that co-sensitive carbon monoxide shutoff, is something you consider non-negotiable for your family's safety, and maybe if you trust the Generac brand, they are huge in standby generators and value their potentially larger service network. If those are your drivers, the GP9500E is really compelling.
Couldn't have said it better. You're essentially choosing between two excellent high-power generators. It's a balance. Generac offers that ultimate fuel flexibility with natural gas and the advanced cosense safety tech. Westinghouse counters with proven reliability from user feedback, great convenience features like remote start, that clear warranty, and often potentially better overall value.
So, as you, our listener, are thinking about which generator makes sense for your life, maybe think beyond just the feature list for a second. Consider how long your power outages usually last. Think about which fuels, gas, propane, natural gas, are actually easiest and most reliable for you to get and store safely where you live. And ultimately, what combination of features and fuel security truly gives you the most peace of mind when things go dark? Answering that honestly will probably point you to the right generator.